Okay, what's going on, everybody? Appreciate you guys getting on this call. We're going to make this call pretty short. Again, this is just to kind of get everybody on the same page. I like to do it on Sunday because it's starting the week, getting an idea of what the week looks like and kind of where we're at. I don't have anything written up because it's been a pretty insane week for me. We were actually planning on what I'm going to announce. We were planning on starting to build and record that on Thursday, but Wednesday, um, at like 5 p.m., I found out that my girlfriend's aunt was doing really bad in the hospital. She's from where I live, but she was in Iowa. So we had to drive 6 hours north, and there was about 20 of us that met up here in Iowa. So just kind of give you a backstory. If I haven't gotten back to you, I'm pretty sure I've gotten back to everybody, but if I haven't done whatever was talked about doing in the last week, it's just because last week was Memorial or Labor Day, some kind of holiday, and then this week was an insane week for me. So we're out of town and we're going to be back home tomorrow night. So I'll be back on track. And a quick announcement. Basically, we're selling the black box course for $25. That is Nolan's course. It does extremely well. Ian and I have actually found a winning ad that has worked really good in just the past few days. It's actually been getting sales for about $20, which is exceptionally good. Um, and also, um, we enjoy the $25 course. It's good. I like it. The value is there for $25. However, there's a few other things that have kind of risen, come to my attention, because excuse me, I'm brand new to this opportunity with Nolan as well. It's been maybe 35 days since I've partnered with Nolan. So I'm not, there's nothing bad against Nolan, obviously, that I have to say. But I've kind of now unpeeled and unrevealed everything that is going on. And I think he and I have a different way of operating. Obviously, he's got hundreds and hundreds of people in his business, and I've got 20 people in my business. And I've built businesses before, I've built courses before, I've done all of this stuff online for about 6 years now. And for me to be able to sleep well at night and to feel good about myself and have fulfillment, I want to be able to sell devices. I want to be able to help people get water in their home, but I also want to help people make money. That at the end of the day, that's why we're all looking for this outlet. We're all looking to enhance our lifestyle, enhance our business, enhance our bank account, and I want to help each and one of you do that. And so, with that being said, I want to announce, Ian and I are business partners within a digital marketing course and company, and we want to create a course, that is going to be. It's probably going to start around $57 price point, and we want to scale that to about $97, and that's as far as we want to get the price point. But we want to exceed the value upwards of $1,000 to $2,000 of what it could be sold for. So, with that being said, each and every one of you that are brand new to this, we want to, we want you to be a part of helping us, build the value within this course. So now I don't want to make any of you nervous or anything like that. You don't have to create the course or make any videos. But when we create this course, I want you all, each of you, to go through this and kind of see, what is in the course and how it's created. And I want, each of you, based on what you have access to now, with Nolan and myself and Ian, I want you to be able to tell us, okay, this should be added, or this doesn't make sense, or this is too much, or this isn't enough. And so that when we finally finish this $97 course, is what the end goal is. I want to make sure that the value is there. I want to be able to charge $1,200, $1,500, $3,000 for this course and only charge $100 for it, because I want to make sure that somebody can take the information with no experience and apply it to whatever they have and scale a business online. So, excuse me, if we can do that, and people don't want to sell Enagic for whatever weird reason that they have, then they can scale their own product or service that they find that makes sense to them and resonates with them. And so I don't want anybody to worry about not getting access to Enagic and still being able to use this $97 course for whatever they want. So with that being said, we're going to launch a course in the next few weeks that is going to be for sale for about $47, and we're going to do the same thing. It's not going to be an affiliate program. You're going to download the funnel, you're going to download the webinar, etc., and you're going to sell it just like you would the current Nolan's Black Box, and then we're going to slowly scale it with your help to $97. And so there's a few things that we believe that will happen when we do this. For one, we'll be able to sell this for $97 and hopefully create ads that will sell for around $60 to $80. So if we can get a sell for $60 to $80, you can obviously see where the little bit of profit will be in the front end. And then also the type of leads that are going to come in and purchase this course for $97, they're going to be a little bit higher quality, because nobody thinks about $25. I mean, you spend a tank of gas on $25, you spend food on $25, you do whatever you do with $25. If you don't have $25, you shouldn't be online looking for some kind of get rich opportunity anyway. So if there's a $97 program, it's not $200 like Nolan's higher ticket is, or not higher ticket, but higher price point. And then it's also not $25. And so with that being said, if you're willing to spend $97, you're going to kind of think about that purchase, and you're going to be a higher quality lead. So when they come through the process, they're obviously going to have the same process as the Black Box. They're going to get a video that recommends them to reach out to us and copy our program, but it's also going to give them two other avenues. If you already have a product or business, you can go ahead and take this information and scale it online. And if you don't have a product or business, you can go out and find one and then scale that online. And so when they come to us and they want to scale their business, or they want to scale their business copying us, they'll be able to do that. And they'll also be more willing to put down the investment for the product of Enagic, right? And so with the $25, what we've seen is about 5% conversion. So every 30 people that purchase the product, Black Box product, they are about 5 of them, 5 out of 30 are typically upselling to Enagic. We want to increase that conversion rate, and we also want to we want to increase that conversion rate, basically. So instead of getting on the phone and 1 out of 5 people buying, we want to have 2 to 3 people out of 5 purchasing the Enagic device. And so that's kind of our goal. Don't know if that's going to happen. That's not guaranteed or anything, obviously, but just kind of want to tell you guys what we're looking at and kind of what the goal is. And so with that being said, we are going to work on a product, digital product, a training course that's going to be probably the Black Box. We may rebrand it, but we're probably going to keep it the same just to keep everything congruent. And we're going to charge $47 in the beginning, and we're going to slowly scale it up with you guys helping us individually saying this, that, and the other should be added or taken away. And then we're going to bump the price to $97, and we're probably going to always leave it at $97. And then we're going to give you that sales funnel and webinar and everything, just like you have for the Black Box $25 course now. And we're going to have people run through the same exact process that they're already running through. And so with that being said, we've had a couple ads that have been working well. I'm just going to share my screen real quick and show you the one that's been working well for us. Do not copy this exact ad, because it will increase the cost that it's going to make to sell a course. I can send you this if you want this copy, that's long copy. I can send that to you, but this is what Ian created. I gave him 100% props. He created this whole thing by himself. The copyright I think we did take from Nolan, but it's just so very congruent. And just to kind of give you an idea, you can create something like this. Use like a skull, use a coffin, use some kind of something like this, and this will help you. And so, also something that I want to make a point of, because some people have been making ads and asking me, does this look good or does that look good? So obviously, we can all become creative. We can all create our own ads. If you go to Google and type in meme creator, I think is what it's called, meme generator, it'll take you to like image flip, and you can type in what you want. Or if you have your own software and know how to do Photoshop, you can do this on your own. Um, but basically, what we're doing, the main objective with the ads is we're showing people, not so much bashing drop shippers per se, but we're bashing low profit margins. So if you're selling a $100 product or a $20 product, there's very small profit margins, right? So what we're doing is we're wanting to kind of put the bash on the low ticket offers, because essentially we are just drop shipping this Enagic product, right? Like, we don't ever own the product. We don't ever, well, I mean, we do own the product, but we don't own a mass amount of them, right? We're just selling the products through Enagic, and the Enagic warehouse is distributing these. So essentially we are drop shipping these products. So I don't want you to think that drop shippers are like the bad guys. I want you to think that low ticket is not profitable, right? And low ticket is what we're telling people is not profitable, because it's not. So if you can sell something more high ticket, regardless if it's Enagic or not, that's what Nolan's talking about in the webinar. If you've watched the webinar, which you all have, I would hope, then you know that he's talking low ticket versus high ticket. And so if you can talk about how high ticket is more beneficial because it's higher quality customers, higher quality product, and higher commissions in your pocket, then that's what is going to sway people to move from low ticket to high ticket, because we all want higher commissions, and we also have a phenomenal product that just makes sense, and it's a high quality product. So with all that being said, I hope I'm making sense in all that I'm saying here. But basically, we're going to create a program that's going to be a little bit higher price, 47, and then move it to 97. And we want your help to, show us what is going to be in there, because as a quote unquote expert, there's things that you miss, right? You say, oh, well, to get from A to Z, all you have to know is B, C, and D, but really you need all the letters in the alphabet to get to the end, right? So sometimes we skip some of the steps because we're so fluent in how to get to Z. And so what I want you guys help with is getting from A to Z with all of the proper training. But I don't want to oversaturate and ramble and go on and things like that. I want to be able to provide strict value like Nolan does. And that's what I really respect about Nolan. He's cracked the code. And when he does his videos, it's straight, concise, calm, and straight to the point, and very simple. And that's how I've been able to have the same success, or actually better success than anybody in his team ever. Yeah, I'm bragging. I'm obviously not complaining. But the point being is I've kept it simple. You know what I'm saying? So if you keep his training simple and just do exactly what he says versus trying to reinvent the wheel in between some of the things that he talks about, you'll see similar success. And so that's what we want to do. We want to create something that is simple and concise, straight to the point, but has that value there. And so we're going to start working on this as soon as I get back home, which hopefully life is normal for me for about the next 3 weeks. I mean, I know I've got to go to this funeral soon and things like that, but I'm not trying to put that on you guys at all. I'm just saying I want to make something very good, and I'm not able to do that where I'm at right now. So hopefully in the next week we're able to put that together and make sense of everything, and have a really good program coming out. And we need your help in giving us feedback. So with that being said, we've got some ads that are working. I showed you the ad just previously. If you could create something similar to that, I think that will help. But also just whatever resonates with you, if it makes sense and it's like, this is what high ticket has to offer versus low ticket, that's gonna resonate. Because if it resonates with you, if it makes you laugh, it makes you think, or it's intriguing, it's gonna, hundreds of thousands of other people in the world are gonna have a similar thought, because we all, there's groups of people that think alike, and so we're not all the same, but we all have groups of people that are similar to us and that can resonate with the similar things and relate, right? So if you guys can create your own ads, memes, whatever it may be, you don't have to create the copy of what it says in the ad, but if you can create the picture with some different text and different pictures and things that are funny and that are serious, or whatever the case may be, and excuse me, and you want to send that over to me and say, hey, how can I change this up, or how do you think this would work, or how do you like this? Send it to me, and there's key words that I can kind of replace with what you have, or reword what you're saying to kind of make it seem better. And the biggest thing is, I hate to say it, but it's testing. All we're doing is testing at the end of the day. And if we can sell a course for $20 to $30, then we're winning, because we can close the majority of people that come in, especially once we raise the price to $97. And so all I'm saying is if you could just bear with us, and you guys can use your resources offline, your social network, your personal network, and you can send people to No One's Water or Price's Health Info and tell them to get back with you. And then you can also run some ads in the meantime. I want you guys to see success. And so I'm not just telling you guys to go out and do this blindly. I don't want you to just spend money and not make anything back. And so that's why we're going to take the time to create this system and create this program and enhance what we have, because no one has cracked the code, but we want to make it a little bit better, because it is good, but I want to make it best, because there are things that we can make adjustments on and help the newest person like yourself. So again, I've talked a lot. I've said a lot, and I hope that basically covers everything. I hope it makes sense to you. And Ian, if there's anything that we talked about that I was going to mention, if you can mention that, or otherwise just piggyback off what I've said. And then after that, we'll open up for questions and close it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So I think you covered a lot. I think the only thing that I would touch on from like learning how, so like for my experience, for those of you that don't know, like I do advertising different than like how no one's done it in the past. I've never really used any type of memes or even how he sets up his advertisements after watching some of his training videos, but he does know what he's talking about. So from my experience from running these meme ads and stuff like that, is you have to get creative. You need to make sure that these ads aren't like something that you've seen on your Instagram that maybe has nothing to do with the business that we're doing. You know, some memes that are super viral, you don't really want to use that, because
Right.
people tend to just scroll right over them.
Yep.
So the reason I think that this ad that I started running and had a little RIP drop shipping thing was because it was congruent to the copy of it and was congruent to the storyline of the ad, but also it was something nobody's ever seen. It wasn't something super fancy like I found a picture off a meme thing and then I slapped on some text on it, tried to blend it in a little bit. I don't use Photoshop, so I'm not super tech savvy with that. But spending, I think we were spending a total of like $20 per ad per day, and we had like 5 or 6 of them running. So we were testing. Some people's budget a little bit different than others, but when I found the winning ad, shut off the other ones, even though they're not really getting any money spent, because the way that no one has it set up is once they find a winning ad, it literally will just spend majority of your daily budget into that one ad. So from finding that, we're going to keep that winning ad on, and then we're going to go to the other ads that we had, and we're going to narrow down. We're going to figure out if we can find some more winning ads. So what I've seen is just test. Also, for some of you that are watching this on the replay or here now, make sure you're building up your page, regardless if you're running the ads to post or not. Just post on the page. Make sure you're keeping active, and then when people start liking your post, go into the post that they liked, and then go under like the likes, and then click invite to page. Make sure you're inviting the people to your page. Make sure your page is filled out with links and stuff like that to your funnel. That way you'll even get people to be able to kind of fall back to your page. People that saw beams, maybe liked the beam, didn't really see your ad, didn't go to the objective of the ad, but they come back and they recycle through. I've seen that works pretty well, but like Zach said, we're going to come out with this little, it's like an updated mini course. Because what I think ideally is like some of the people we get on the phone, the main goal is to sell a magic at the end of the day for some of us. Some people will get into this and they don't want to do a magic, and that's completely fine. But I decided like, hey, we need to put some more value in there to where they stay around. And also because, I don't know if you guys understand that you guys can have like ClickFunnels affiliates too.
This is huge.
So not even from like, you know, the $25 course sales, you guys are getting ClickFunnels affiliates if you guys set it up in the back office, and you know that's a reoccurring income. So it's a long-term game plan, but we wanted to come out with this course, kind of make profit margins a little bit more higher, and also be able to get more of a I would like to say a more qualified buyer for Nagic. You know, somebody that's spending $25, they're investing in themselves, but you know, I would like to say 40% of the time, they don't have enough money to cover a whole machine in their bank account, or even the down payment for it. Hence why they purchase, you know, a smaller course, you know, other than, you know, a $1,000 course, $500 course, so on and so forth. But basically, I think we'll be able to get that course up and running by the end of this week. Give it to you guys. You guys can run through it. It will have new videos. It will have some of the videos from the Black Box mini course already. But then you guys will be able to make the transition over, or you guys can have the option to keep selling the $25 one or sell the higher ticket one. It's completely up to you. I would recommend moving to the higher ticket one. Just going to give you a little bit more of some margins. But if you want to stick with the smaller one, you can. But when it comes to just running ads, I would get stuff that is you haven't seen before. Get creative. Think of something. If we're targeting drop shippers, think of something that's like, you know, RIP. Think of maybe somebody dropping, you know, roses on a casket, or you know, having the little tombstone, a bunch of little tombstones somewhere, or you know, maybe even doing, you know, attacking it as a water standpoint and put, you know, a bottle of water with a circle and a big cross through it or something. You know, have some copy that's congruent to your picture. Because whatever we're attacking, however we're going after drop shippers, we're going after, you know, the health benefits, we're going after, you know, physical trainers, whatever that would like to buy a Nagic, then we need to just make sure our ads are congruent to them and just get creative. You don't have to need something super fancy. You don't need to, you know, go out and hire a $10,000 video crew to make a movie for you. You know, you don't need that. Just get a little creative, spend a little bit of money on some things you'll be able to test. And real quick, when I run ads, I look at a couple different things, and I know Nolan talks about some things, but if you're running an ad for a conversion ad and your cost per click is higher than like $4-ish, $3-ish, I mean, that's even high. You'd like to try to keep it under $1. But if it's like $4 to $5, you want to shut it off immediately. You do not want to pay. You're overpaying right there, as well as your cost per 1,000. Basically, what that's going to be your CPM. That's going to tell you it's costing me $20 to show in front of 1,000 people. If that's really, really high, that means that your audience or something's not right. You want to shut it off.
What price point? What price point would you say you need to shut that off? CPM.
For CPM, you can go up to $30 is okay, because we're running for conversion. You know, conversions are probably going to be anywhere between 15, 20, 25-ish dollars per 1,000 if you're doing well. Once it goes over 30, you want to shut it off. You don't want to waste money. And then, I mean, of course, if you guys are just trying to reach a lot of people on your ads, you can run for like reach. But the difference is you're just telling Facebook to put this in front of a bunch of people. Whereas running for conversions, you're telling Facebook, hey, I want you to put this in front of people and find people that are going to convert through the process and purchase.
And that's why we run for conversion, because we want people to convert into customers. And so if anybody has those questions, why we're not converting, reaching, targeting, all these things, we're converting we're running conversions because we want people to convert.
Yeah, so I mean that's just a couple different things, and I'm gonna put some videos inside this updated course that should be able to help you guys out a little bit more, because I feel like there is some miss and disconnect between like everything that goes on when it comes to running one of these businesses. Honestly, it's pretty simplistic once you get the ropes and just have like a little small checklist, which we'll have inside the mini course, updated mini course, but. You know, that's basically all I had to touch on tonight. You know, I do kind of get an idea of where we should push this. So we're going to kind of transition. We'll still be on Nolan's calls and stuff like that, like Zach said. We just want to make sure that everyone here is tended to and is taken care of and has a chance to actually succeed. And it's not just like, here's a water machine, have fun, and here's a process, figure it out. Like it takes a lot for somebody to figure something out like this, but if you have a team together, we all work together, we have things like this, people are asking questions, then we're able to move forward and really rock out this thing, and be able to change people's lives financially, physically, and mentally. So I know we got about 9 minutes before the Zoom's going to end. So I guess, Zach, unless you have anything else, we can
just open it up. Q&A. Anybody have any questions, comments, concerns? Please address that now.
I think I'll need you guys to point out where I can find the CPM in the Facebook ad.
Sure.
Yeah, share screen. So, yeah, after you find it, go ahead and share after you find it.
Did I share it? Nope, wrong one. I always do this. Oh, I share the wrong one. This is mine. All right. So if we're looking ads manager, do you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So back. I don't need this. Load for me. Because I have all these different windows open, and I have a bunch
Facebook's been updating a lot too, so they've been fixing some bugs.
I will. No, just cancel. Whoops.
And Zach, my CPMs must have been pretty high for you to feel like you needed to turn off the ads, right?
Yeah, no, well, yeah, everything was high, and honestly, there was like the last like week and a half before I turned them off, which was about 5 days ago, maybe 6. It just was all weird, and everybody's stuff, like even my stuff, like everybody's stuff was just acting up, and people were spending a lot of money. I don't know if it was just like the time of year, the month, what was going on, but it was just a really like awkward situation, and I myself was getting worried, and that's what brought up. I said, Nolan, we need to create like more value in the $25 course. He's like, I'm not really interested in doing that. I said, okay, great, I'm going to create my own. And so that's why we wanted to create this. This is how this $97 product became birthed, like an idea. And so now we're seeing really good conversions around $20 with some certain ads, but at the end of the day, selling low ticket, I mean, we're targeting people that don't want to sell low ticket, and we're selling a low ticket product. And so in my opinion, $100 is still low ticket, but it every $25 in a way is kind of like a way to like qualify the newest person. So like you're basically 4xing your qualification by selling it at $100. And so I was just like, look, we need to sell something for $100, and we need to stop selling for 25. And I saw everybody's ads that I was managing, or their ad account, and I was just like, look, people that are spending money right now need to turn them off unless they're getting any kind of sales. You got that sell that first time, but we had to turn them off, and we've been trying to figure this out in the background. And so I know a lot of people are looking for success, but this is a lifetime company, so we want to make sure that we create something that is going to be long term and more beneficial to everybody. So let's just focus on getting that created. And then Ian, are you ready to go for the CPM?
Yeah. Do you also see my screen?
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So you can go in like the columns and hit performance and clicks, and it should show up on there. But like on the dash that I create, I always go, and I can show you guys.
Well, we'll create it in the new. We'll create that later because we only have 5 minutes. But go ahead and just show them where she can find it in the.
That's what I'm doing.
What the heck? It is slow.
Yep. So if you guys go in here, sometimes it'll show up in like performance right in here. Sometimes it doesn't. You can click if you scroll all the way down here. Oops, right there. Normally, where did it go? Right there. So you're just going to hit CPM. So this is going to show you your cost per 1,000 impressions, and then you're basically always getting billed off impressions. So that's like how many. how much
Gary.
it's costing me to show in front of 1,000
Gary.
people. So you can see on cost per impressions,
Speak.
$26, $20, like something like this. And I was telling you guys about cost per click, the winning ad that we have is doing pretty well. But these right here, so like a $5 click, spent $30. It's a little high, but that click is what I'm going to shut it off for. And especially this one right here, it doesn't even show that we have a link click at all. So, I shut off something like that. So just, even a CPM and a cost per click, those two do really well. And then, just figuring out if you stay between those ideal lines, you'll be able to understand like, okay, this is what, this ad's doing well or this ad's doing not. But I'll have it all broken down too in the training videos, so you guys can kind of walk through that. And then one of the Sunday calls, we can even do like an actual live Facebook training or something like that to help you guys walk through it, and even maybe grab somebody as a guinea pig, I guess you should say, and we place an ad or two together.
Absolutely. Great, yeah. Okay, great. Any other questions, concerns, comments?
I don't think so.
Going once, going twice. Sold to no comments, concerns, or questions. All right, cool. So we're going to end this call about 3 minutes early. I really appreciate all of you. I really, 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 really want to make sure that you all are successful. If you put in the work, if you try, like I said on the call when I was closing you all, as long as you don't give up or do nothing, you will see success. Like I tell a lot of people, the worst case scenario, if you can sell one machine a month, think about that, 10 to 12 sales a month, or 10 to 12 sales in a year, in 3 years, that's about 36 sales or more. And then you have the exponential growth of your team. So let's just keep the one sell in mind. Like, beat yourself up if you don't make one sell after your first month. Like month 2, 3, 4, 5, you need to make at least one sell a month to be in this. But obviously we want to make a couple sales a week. But let's just say if you make one sell a month for your first year, at the end of the year you have 10 to 12 sales. And then at the end of the next year, you have the exponential growth of your team. If they all sell at least one device a month, now you have 20 to 30 sales, and then on and on and on, right? So again, not to discourage you at all, but if we can just move real at a slow pace, at a one sell a month, we can really grow this business in the next 5 to 10 years. I know you all want to see success in the next 3 to 6 months, 6 to 15 months, but let's put a plan out for 36 to 70 months to have 100 sales, because that's really realistic and we can do that. So with that being said, we have less than a minute here, and I really hope that you all continue to stay on these calls, listen to the recordings, and implement the information that is being given and apply that to your business, and we can really make this happen. So we're in it for the long haul. This is a lifetime business. We have our product for the next 30 to 40 years minimum. And I appreciate every single one of you, and I look forward to seeing you all have success, and I'll do whatever it takes to make that happen. So with that, I appreciate and love you all, and we will see you on the next call.